This teleporter is active. It appears to be connected to another near the Hort in Ignidon.
Halt, stranger. Not another step. You're walking on the holy ground of Kalan. The only people allowed in here are clerics, recruits, or traders with permits.
They wonder why they are short of people. We welcome all in Goliath.
That's because there's nothing worth stealing in Goliath.
Wow, you really are a welcoming face, aren't you? Where am I?
You are in Ignidon, at the Hort, the stronghold of the clerics. The repository of Magalan's knowledge, and last bastion of the free people against the threat of the Owls.
So how can I get in?
Sorry, I thought I made that clear. You can only enter the Hort if you are a cleric, a recruit, or you have a trading permit.
I want to become a cleric.
Find a suggester who considers you worthy. There are suggesters recruiting across all the lands of Magalan. Perhaps you've not met one because they don't consider you worthy. But if you want to look, try Raynor. He is recruiting men throughout Abessa.
Can you recruit me?
No. I am not authorized to recruit new acolytes.
Where can I get a trading permit?
There is currently a 4-month waiting period, so unless you find a merchant who is wanting to give up theirs, then you can't.
stranger. You should stock up on supplies before you head out into the wilderness. I have everything you need.
What do you have to offer me?
Everything an adventurer like you could need.
What do you...
Everything.
Sensible decision.
I'll get this one. Let's go. I'll help you.
Hey you, what's new from the south?
You mean Idan?
No, I'm talking about the real south, the deserts of Tavar.
Why are you interested in Tavar?
I'm sick of the shit here. Berserkers, clerics, fuck them all. It's all laws, commandments, rules, it's bullshit, all of it. Fuck rules, fuck laws, fuck the berserkers. The outlaws in the desert are the only truth. Freedom, profit, no bullshit.
You want to be an outlaw?
Yeah, absolutely. They know how to live freely. I've done nothing but work, follow orders, dig shit, and for what? To have people try and kill me for things I don't even believe in. Fuck them. I want to see the world. Instead, I'm stuck here.
You wouldn't survive the journey to Tavar.
You're right. I don't have the stores I need to get there, or the shards. But I know I could earn what I need. If I could just get the supplies I need to make it there.
The Berserker Ascor has been murdered.
Ascor? How did that happen?
Did you know Ascor?
Yeah, he was an arrogant asshole. He'd have done anything for promotion. It's his sort that make me want to say this. Fuck the Berserkers.
You don't seem happy as a cultivator. Did you ever think of seeking promotion?
Man, I would have to be able to read first. You can't exactly climb the career ladder if you can't read. Ascor could. That guy wanted to do everything to get promoted. He hated anyone else who could read, especially if they weren't born in Goliad.
Were you close to Goliad 3 months ago?
No, I was out in the forest gathering supplies before I traveled out to the World Heart. I've not been close to Goliad for a year. Once I had the supplies, I came straight out to Abessa. Wait, you don't think I was involved, do you?
Do you have proof of where you were 3 months ago?
I don't know. I don't keep a diary. Depends on the day and the orders. Sometimes I was digging shit alone. Sometimes finding supplies alone. Sometimes marching around and building stuff where they told me to. Those days I was with people. I just did whatever they said. I didn't want to be exiled to the valley.
What weapon do you use?
A sword. I hate it. That's another reason I want to join the Outlaws. I've got myself a gun, but I want some real weapons.
I don't think you killed Ascor.
Shit, what? You thought I did that? No way, I wouldn't have risked that, even though he was an asshole.
As you say.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Needs a key.
Weapon down, got it? So you aren't that stupid after all.
About Ascor's murder. Rock wasn't anywhere near Goliad when the murder was committed. He didn't like Ascor, but I don't think he could have done it. I'd say he didn't kill Ascor.
I didn't think he would have the opportunity, but Ragnar insisted I look into him. I guess Ragnar was wrong. You're making good progress. I'll keep Ragnar informed. Very good. I'll get this one. I'll get this one.
I won't get in now. It's broken. Not now.
get this one. I'll get this one.
The claw will be your guide.
The claw? What?
Wrong answer. Get out of here. The claw will be your guide.
The claw? What?
Wrong answer. Get out of here. The claw.
The claw.
Wrong.
A diary. The cover says it belongs to Krull. Lots of written pages, but I don't know what to do with them.
You can get out of there. Yes, just go.
Things our world has
Who are you?
I am Leonard. Berserker, prospective hunter, and apprentice. At least I will be if Master Garen will teach me.
You're learning to be a hunter?
I'm an apprentice. Do you have any hunting experience?
I'm learning how to survive out here.
Master Garen says that life be...
Things our world has achieved that are now lost to us.
Hey, you, what are you doing? You're scaring away everything within a day's walk. You crash around like that, you'll scare off anything you can eat and attract everything that wants to make a meal of you.
I don't know these forests.
That's as plain as a horny troll in your sleeping sack. You'd better learn quick if you want to stay alive. You're scaring away the prey that is my livelihood. It's hard enough bringing in the food I have to, without some big-footed oaf crashing through the forest. Still, seeing as you aren't a natural hunter, maybe you'd like to buy some goods from me.
What do you have to trade? You're a hunter?
Yeah, I found my place. This is where I belong, with nature and for nature. I want nothing to do with Goliath.
Why not?
Too much talking, too much bullshit. Out here, peace. But you look like a talker. Is that why you're here? To talk?
A berserker was killed. The body was found in the forest.
The forest is a dangerous place.
Sociable guy, aren't you?
Sociable just means happy to talk shit. I don't talk shit.
Do you always hunt with a bow?
A bow? Traps? You should always try and kill at a distance. Learn that, and you will live longer. I'm here to feed berserkers, not the creatures.
When were you last in the forest by Goliath?
I don't know. Not for a year. This is the best area for hunting, and all Goliath cares about is me filling my quota. As long as I send them meat and fur, I can stay out here away from small talk and politics.
The berserker who was murdered was called Asgore. Did you know him?
Asgore? That asshole. Yeah, I knew him. I kept out of his way. He kissed Ragnar's ass and treated everyone else like rot-bore shit.
You didn't like Asgore.
I didn't put myself in a position where I needed to. Little shit won't be missed.
Sounds like you had a grudge.
I think most people are assholes. You only asked me about Asgore. What's with all these questions? Is some asshole trying to pin this on me?
I'm questioning anyone I meet out here.
If you want an alibi for me, you'll have to go out there and speak to the raptors.
Is that your only alibi?
I'm a hunter. You want to know where I am? I'm always here in the forest.
About Asgore's murder. Garen just wants to hunt. He didn't like Asgore, but I don't think he killed him. Besides, if he had killed Asgore, he'd have used his bow, not a sword.
Yeah, all Garen wants is to hunt. He'd have no motive for this.
It's not conclusive, but I don't think it was him.
I agree. I don't think it was him either. Let's take him off the list. You're making good progress. I'll keep Ragnar informed.
And finally you're reasonable. And finally you're reasonable.
Not now.
Ooh, who are you? What are you doing here? No one's allowed around the world, Hart.
You seem nervous.
Yeah. Normally the only people to come out here are Albs, or outlaws. Which are you?
Are you responsible for the world heart here?
That's what you care about? The world, Hart? What about the men sent with it? If we wither, it does too. Goliath should care as much about us as they care about that plant. But yes, what are we next to a world heart? Ants in history. Here we are standing by the future of Magellan, the very thing given to us in Magellan's hour of need. Maybe that's what Bourne meant. He told me being a cultivator was about learning who you are. Out here, isolated with this thing to care about, I've certainly gained perspective.
What is a cultivator?
Well, we're farmers, in the main. We grow the crops for Goliath, and we tend to the seedlings and the world hearts. The warriors act like they're the big guys, but really, they're here to protect us. Warriors might get the glory, but it's us cultivators who are changing the world.
How long have you been doing this?
Oh, I didn't want to do it. This was a sentence. I got sent here as punishment 5 years ago.
Punished? And you say you enjoy doing this?
Yeah, masochist, aren't I? Beer, women, and fights were all that used to matter. Now, I get a kick from seeing just a few seedlings a season make it all the way to mature. I can take pride from that.
Tell me, what do you know about Ascor's murder?
Nothing really. I don't hear much from Goliath out here.
You work here on your own?
Most of the time. That's part of the punishment. It didn't used to be as lonely. They'd send patrols out to check on us. But since the Albs started attacking, we've been left on our own out here. Yeah, I guess we're not a priority.
Do you carry a sword?
Of course. It's dangerous out here.
How well do you know Ascor?
Not at all. I mean, I knew of him. People talked about him. But I don't think I ever said more than hello to him, and he ignored me. He didn't really have time for cultivators. But, you know, people can be like that. Some value our work, others think they're superior somehow.
So, you were here when he was killed?
Probably. I haven't been anywhere else in months. I only go back for supplies or to transport seedlings. When was Ascor killed?
3 months ago, around Mana's Eve.
Oh, then I was back in Goliath sometime around then. I've lost track, to be honest, but whenever it was, I didn't see anything.
Do you know where they found Ascor's body?
I'm guessing somewhere in the forest, or why ask me, right?
Did you hear anything else about Ascor?
Well, I'm wondering why you're not asking me about the seedling that disappeared the same night Ascor was murdered. No one seems to be asking about it. And from what I heard, it wasn't just a seedling, it was one close to maturity. I heard it was being sent to a cultivator in the hope it could go on to Tavar or somewhere as a new world heart. But it never arrived.
I don't think you killed Ascor.
Me? Of course I didn't.
You really don't think you have a motive?
You mean the seedling he had? I'm a cultivator. I look after a world heart. I want to know what happened to the seedling he had. Why aren't you investigating where it went?
You're out here with a sword and no witnesses.
If I tried to attack a warrior with a sword, chances are you'd be planting me in the ground.
How safe is the world's heart here?
You mean with the Albs scouting out Goliath? They don't seem to register it. The World Heart mustn't be their mission, or they don't know about it. He'd kill me fast enough, though. That is, if the animals didn't get me first, or I don't eat the wrong thing and get poisoned. Still, all in a day's work.
So, you're happy out here?
Happy? I don't know. I'm not dead. But if you're offering to help, there is one thing. I've not had any supplies from Goliath. Can you get them to send someone with my food supplies?
Where do you get your supplies from?
Directly from Goliath, normally. Sometimes, we'll get something from passing hunters. But you can't rely on that.
Why have the deliveries come to a halt?
The Alb attacks. The warlords have put all the warriors on defense and cut down on the supply runs. We're supposed to be self-sufficient out here, but with more Alb attacks and more creatures, we don't have time to grow, forage, or hunt anymore.
I will ask about your food supplies.
Thank you. Cinda is probably the best person to ask. She's fierce. I mean, ball-shriveling fierce, but gets things done. I'm not asking for anything special, just the usual supply run. Or just, well, anything, to be honest. We're hungry out here.
Won't they send you supplies?
At some point, when they remember. Trust me, you going and asking will be faster than us waiting for them to remember. Our stomachs have better memories than they have. Listen, Goliath aside, there's a plant, the cultivator's loaf. If we could collect some of that, it would help us. It grows everywhere, but we've just not had time to collect them. 4 dozen should be enough.
4 dozen?
Yes, hopefully that would last us until we get another supply run. Say, let's round it up. Can you bring me 50? It would save you a trip to Goliath.
What do you mean the Albs don't register the World Heart?
They don't come here. They bypass it, keeping their distance. You'd think they'd come straight for it, huh? It's eating Elex, and they sort of want all the Elex, don't they? Maybe they don't like the mana. The mutants here love it, but when they eat it, it makes them sick. Maybe the Albs can sense that, and they want to stay healthy.
Why plant the World Heart out here where it's in danger?
You don't understand much about our ways, do you?
So tell me.
We're changing the world with them. Wherever you plant a World Heart, it extracts the Elex from the ground, pulls the poison out of the soil. It makes the soil come back to life. Lets Magalan's nature return to it. So whenever we plant a World Heart, life follows. The more we plant, the more of Magalan is restored. We have to plant them in places like this because it's where they make a difference. All this around us, is because of the World Heart.
So where do the World Hearts come from?
I don't know. They found the first ones, the first Berserkers. They realized what it could do, that it fed on Elex rather than dying from it, so they started cultivating them.
About Ascor's murder. Yurdor didn't have time to commit a murder. He's tending to the world hard and looking after supplies. Besides, he's just too weak to have killed Asgore in the way you described.
Yes, I agree. I don't think Iridor was capable of this. That's one less suspect for us.
You were right. The investigation was a waste of time. It must have been someone outside of Dan. All of his suspects are innocent.
It's Ragnar we'll have to convince. He is certain one of them did it. He's not often wrong.
Then who do you think it was?
I don't know.
Then tell Ragnar that.
What about Baron? He didn't have a proper alibi, did he?
There was no one there to say he was at his post. And of all the suspects, he knew Asgore the best.
Then it must be him. The others all have alibis. Baron knew Asgore better than the others.
I thought you said Ragnar only included Baron in case he saw something.
Ragnar wants answers. He's insisting the murderer is found. You've questioned everyone, and Baron's the only one without a decent alibi. You know where Baron is?
I found him in the forest, but he said he takes time off to go to the lift into the Valley of the Damned.
Then we should go there and see what we find. You want me to come with you?
What do you think we'll find there?
Who knows? But we don't have any evidence so far, so it feels like we should check this clue out. At least so we can tell Ragnar that we did.
All right. I'll search the area near the lift that Baron talked about. What is it I'm looking for?
We won't know until we find it. Have a look around, bring me anything you find. Just don't interfere with it.
What do you mean, interfere?
Bring anything you find to me without disturbing it. Whatever you find, we should take it to Ragnar.
Then you know what it is.
No, I'm warning you. Do what I say.
Right.
Just trust me. Your life might depend on it. That was well done.